Hi everyone, it's Ryan with MVD here at a high school in Western Maryland, looking at the production setup for a 3-camera shoot for graduation ceremony. And so we're going to take a preview of the switch, the computers that are running the switching software, some of the graphics, as well as the cameras themselves, and kind of how we're routing everything. So let's take a quick look at the desk where everyone's going to be sitting at. So first up, what you're seeing is the Ubiquiti PoE++ Pro switch. This is a 24 port switch, and then powering that with the DHCP IP addresses for everything is the Miri X510. This is a cellular bonded router. Now we're connected fiber into the booth from the school, blessed enough to have fiber connection, but it is backhauled over cellular, both 4G and 5G. And then we have this Anchor Solix. This is serving as the UPS and intermittent power supply. It's also battery backup, so if everything drops, everything's running off of this. Next up, we have vMix running on 2 computers. So you'll have desk 1, the actual switcher, and then graphics. So as you'll see here, there's some custom graphics and bringing that in over an Excel file. Next, what we have is the Magewell Director 1. And so this will be doing program recording, but also is able to switch the NDI cameras. Then we have the Telycam auto tracking PTZ controller. All of this, the majority of this, as you'll see, is powered over PoE. Next up, we have a Stream Deck. And so we're able to control the volume and switch cameras within vMix. And here you can see the vMix profile with 3 cameras and some graphics. And then we have a MacBook that's just monitoring the live stream going out on Vimeo and YouTube. Also of note, the production will be running from the field area all the way back over to the high school in the auditorium for an overflow, utilizing Magewell's control hub and the SRT turn server. So next we have the Telycam Explore cameras. This is the 1-inch sensor camera with ND filters, phase detection, autofocus, micro SD recording. So we have a card inserted, we'll be ISO recording on every camera. Now this is all running over NDI HX3, in fact, back to the vMix desks and Director 1. We have control over NDI. And we have 2 of those cameras, so Cam 1 and Cam 2. One will be a wide shot, one will be a close-up. Now today it's pretty windy out, as you'll be able to see here from the flags. And so we typically would put this up on top of the press box there, but they're saying wind gust potentially up to 40 miles per hour, so we'll protect it. And then finally we have a camera down on the track, and that's the close shot for the podium and everything else. So I mentioned the Telycam Explore cameras, and again, I love them because of the phase detection autofocus, so we can lock focus really fast and really easily. The other thing is we're outdoors, so being able to have built-in ND filters is critical, because otherwise you would have to crank the iris and the shutter speed so fast and so high that it can affect image quality. And so having the built-in ND filters is really clutch for an outdoor environment. Also, everything being powered over PoE is fantastic, single cable back to the switch. The only nuance is that the Explore camera is a plus, so you might have to invest in a new switch, but we found that the Ubiquiti with the NDI and Dante profiles is fantastic. And speaking of audio and Dante, we're actually bringing that over, Dante, from the soundboard. So there is a separate company who's handling all of the live sound for the event, and they're just sending us a feed over XLR, and we're inputting that via Dante into the vMix laptop. So certainly this isn't the only way to set this up. There are a million ways to do this. And in fact, we considered running the entire thing off of Director 1, but we had already built titles within vMix, and it was just easier to do it that way. But we're still utilizing Director to handle backup switching, as well as the program record and live stream out. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Our website is mobilevideodevices.com, and you can email us at sales@mobilevideodevices.com.
Welcome you to Mountain Ridge High 18th commencement exercise. Would the following guests please stand to be recognized?
Finally, there's a Dr. Seuss quote that perfectly sums up the way that we should be looking at today. And it goes, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." Thank you.